Hi there, Brian. Kaz here at Rally Subaru. As promised, putting together this little video for you and your niece to review. And so here we have the 2021 Touring Forester in Magnetite Gray Metallic. And let's touch on the headlights here, since that's what we're kind of looking at front and center. LED stern responsive with LED running lights. You have the halogen fog light down there as well. But these headlights do turn into the corners depending on speed and steering angle. Headlights have become a higher weighted item in terms of safety and crash tests and just the overall rating that vehicles get nowadays. So it's only recently that Subaru made those steering responsive headlights standard on all trims. Subaru's very focused on achieving their top safety pick plus ratings, and if that's what it's going to take to get it on all their models, then that's what they did. We do see this cladding that's in all the very high wear areas. Gives it a nice rugged look as well. Will wear very well over time, takes abuse well. These doors are what they call a full length door with a mud and dirt skirt on the bottom here, sealing up against the cladding. And then we can even see kind of the watermark where the dirt and the water is getting up to, but this portion staying nice and clean, which is great. 10-way power adjustment on the driver's seat here, including lumbar support. Those are automatic windows, auto up down on the front too. See some controls here for our lift gate at the back. We can turn off those SRH or steering responsive headlights. We can set a memory height too for our lift gate. Perhaps if she maybe puts a canoe or something on top, or maybe has a low garage, you could program a set height. Your interior dimmer switch there, your automatic start stop, and your blind spot detection and rear cross traffic. That indicator, when it does indicate, will be on the side of our mirror, just right there. It used to be in the glass, and the Subaru found that it sort of got lost in the view. When you do have bright lights behind you, you can't even see your blind spot. So it's over here now. It's much larger for one, and facing the driver and not getting lost in the view there. So that was a nice improvement on the design. Coming around to the back seat here. Oops, I guess I should unlock it. So that full length door continues to the back. This door opens nice and wide, almost 90 degrees. So very, very easy access for people or pets. And plenty of space in the back. Adults sit very comfortably back here, or pets. We have our premium cloth interiors. It has a bit of a 3D texture there, and then a leather bolster along the sides. So a nice blend of materials. Here I have the centerfold armrest with cup holders, and the seats themselves are a 60-40 split, which I can drop down here. So a nice flat floor. And in the back we see our cargo tray, and we're gonna get there in a second. Over here too, we've got some extra charge ports, which is nice. Maybe have something plugged in at the back. You wanna put your iPad or tablet or what have you in some of the seat back pockets that we have on both seats. And this is really nice for the pets too. We've got rear vents, so we could open those up, and we could bias them one way or another, or even close them if we wanted to. But everyone's getting good airflow. And even in the back, we can appreciate a nice panoramic sunroof. Looking up top, we see the standard roof rails. Every Subaru SUV will come standard with those. They can hold quite a bit of weight too. At the back here, we do see sensors for our parking sensors and reverse automatic braking. Up top here, we have our backup camera, which does have a built-in washer. It actually will flow water over, or washer fluid over the lens when you wash your back window. That's a pretty handy design. And over here is what they call the pin code access. So what you can do is you can actually program a 5-digit pin in here, and then you can purposely defeat your key. So you can purposely lock it in the car. Otherwise, like normally you can't. But you would do this process, you can lock the key in the car, and then when you're out or in the mountains, somewhere where you really don't want to lose your key, you can leave the key in the car, you come back, you put in your 5-digit PIN, unlocks the car, then you can go reactivate your key. That's been a pretty handy feature for those outdoorsy types. Plus, if something were to happen, you could tell your friend, hey, here's the PIN code, and here's how you turn the key back on. Now you can go get help if something happened. So here we see that rubber cargo tray in the back. You've got some hooks on the side, maybe for some luggage or baggage. You got a 12 volt on the side, maybe an air pump or electric cooler perhaps. Now I don't have the cargo cover installed right now, but underneath the hard floor is where we will see that. So it's stored away right now. So you've got a spot for it. Plus you still have quite a bit of room in the back here for maybe some roadside stuff. You want to maybe keep some spare tires for your bike or a bike pump or whatever. Lots of room to store those items otherwise out of the way. And then these wings would just sort of drop back in place over top. So it's handy little storage spot for the cargo cover. Fuel door is unlocked when the car is unlocked, but when you lock the car, this would also lock up. And it only requires regular fuel. You do not need premium. Now this passenger side doesn't have the same level of power adjustment, but it's heated seats and heated steering wheel. And again, you're getting that sort of blend of material, both the leather bolster down here, 3D fabric here, and then a faux leather and some of the harder wearing areas like on armrests. I'm going to come around to the driver's side and hop in and show you a few more things inside the car. This Magnetite gray looks quite sharp on this beautiful sunny day. Check out that thing. I couldn't help but point that car out. That's a very old school Subaru. It's a Brat. It has 2 rear facing seats. Just the coolest car. I got to give it a shout out. All right, hopping inside. Start it up. So down below we'll see heated seat controls. You've got your X mode. That's going to give you some extra help in some, well, let's say nasty situations. Deep snow, deep mud, going down some steep hills. This will sort of dial up your traction abilities to 11, enhancing traction control responsiveness, how the power is going to be distributed to all the wheels, how your throttle and braking inputs are perceived. And when you are going down a steep hill, it will control your descent. So really at that point, you're just steering and it's managing just a nice even descent. Dual zone climate control too, left and right. If you need to fine tune that for your passenger. We do have the larger 8-inch screen now in the Touring, which is a nice touch, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, both standard. I really like this infotainment screen. It's very easy to operate. Lots of large icons, but also physical buttons on here as well. So you kind of interact with it however you like. What I really like is when I make changes, let's say to my temperature, fan speed, where that airflow is, it splashes up nice and large up here. And then it fades out and then sticks as like a banner on top there. I really like that. There's our heated steering wheel button just down there. We've got 2 different drive modes, intelligent or sport. Sport's going to be a little bit more dynamic. Lots of buttons, really everything's just kind of at your fingertips, at your thumb tips. The ability to customize the different screens. You can view different bits of information back here. Whatever you might find more relevant at the time or just your given preference. Same thing with that screen as well. I can toggle through a couple different screens. again, whatever I might find most relevant. But I'm always getting that banner of information on the top, my time, climate settings, and temperature. And up top here, we see our lane departure warning and forward collision mitigation. So those relate to these cameras here, those 2 bumps. Those are the eyesight cameras. So those are, on top of giving you those features, also your adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, forward collision mitigation, and pre-collision throttle management. So essentially the car would detect you approaching something or someone too fast. It would give an urgent audible alert, and if no action was taken or it was still a threat, then it would work to brake automatically to lessen or mitigate that impact. Even going backwards, we have both our parking sensors, and if I creep up to this fence here, we'll hear them. Now, if I was going back a little fast, my reverse automatic braking would actually step in and brake automatically. So you've got both forward and rear automatic collision mitigation. Now, I want to go back up here for a second. These 2 buttons here, so one is an SOS and one is the I button for your concierge. The car comes with a 3-year trial subscription to My Subaru. It's not connected yet, but that's where it would be. You would either have roadside assistance or concierge. So you could talk to either a live representative and get some help, or you could call for roadside assistance specifically. The car does come with 3 years of roadside assistance, so now it becomes enhanced roadside assistance. On top of having that roadside assistance for 3 years, you also have this app that you can download and control the car. You can turn it on. You could adjust temperature. You could adjust where you want the airflow. So maybe you want to blow some to the windshield, or maybe you just want to blow it all like through your, to your face. Depends on how you want to warm up the car. You can adjust the fan speed. You could also turn on defroster, which I love. So now you could defrost the back window. You can defrost the side mirrors, are also tied to that button. And the other thing tied to that button would be your heated wiper placement, which is the best. I just love this feature. So it actually heats that element where those wipers sit on the glass. So if you've ever had the day where you've come out and they're frozen, solid, chunks of ice, yeah, now you can defrost it and everything will be clear vision all the way around. Quite enjoy that. So there you have it. There's an in-depth run through of the vehicle, and you can let me know what you think. I will send some numbers your way as well, and yeah, you can let me know what you think. I'm here to help. If you have any questions about the vehicle or the buying process or different trims or different colors, yeah, let me know. I'll do my best to respond as quick as I can and see what we can do to help you out in regards to a Subaru. So thanks again, Brian. It's Kaz here at Rally Subaru, and we'll chat again. Goodbye.